Alright, so ito yung ating Facebook page. Again, while waiting, ito yung ating Facebook page. And if you want to have an access sa mga materials na I am uploading, no, you can actually check this out. Itong aking pin post about this. So, dito nakalagay yung link of the Google Classroom. Alright, kung saan I am uploading all the resources I am using. Yes, I'm teaching high school po. High school, but again, I also teach in senior high school na level. Right, so again, inside this classroom, again, you can actually see all the materials that I am uploading. So, nandito po lahat. So, once po nasa classroom kayo, again, you will have an access sa lahat ng worksheets that I am uploading. Number theory. Yeah, I can actually do number theory. Alright, so, ito, yung ating Google Classroom. So, kindly, again, check my Facebook page for that one. And then, once you are in the Facebook page, if possible, no, pa-follow na lang din. And then, pa-share ng ating page. Saan ba yung post ko on that? Dito. Alright, in our socials. Alright. Alright, so, let's start with number 1. This is very, again, straightforward. So, again, when we are asked to factor out expressions or polynomials, what we're going to do is simply find the common factor. Alright? So, to do that, let's try to look at number 1. So, 30x squared plus 18x. So, look at the numbers first. Are there any number that is, again, common between 30 and 18? Actually, we have, right? We have 6. Alright? And then, what about the variables? What about the variables? We have common x. Alright? We have x common. And what is the lowest degree of x? That is just 1. So, we will write x. So, when we factor out 6x, what will happen? 30x squared divided by 6x, that will give us 5x. And then just copy the sign, that's plus 18x divided by 6x, that is just 3. So meaning to say the factors of this expression, 3x squared plus 18x, is just 6x and 5x plus 3. So again, that will be our process. Alright? So let's have number 2. Again, look at the numbers first. We have 72, 40, 24, and 16. What is the greatest common factor of these numbers? 72, 40, 24, and 16. What's the greatest common factor? Alright, we have 8, right? So everything is divisible by 8. So we will write 8. And again, proceed with the variables. We have v, v, v. But at the end, we don't have a v. So basically, we cannot factor out v. So we will just use 8. And then 72v exponent 7, that is just what? 72 divided by 8, that's 9. V exponent 7 plus we have 40 divided by 8, that's 5v squared plus 3v plus 2. So this will be our answer now. Alright, simple as that. Alright, let's have number 3. Number 3, what's the common factor? Look at the number again. We have 3. And then look at the variable. Do we have any common for the variable? Alright, we have 3r. Very good. So we have 3r. And then again, what's the, look at the variable r. What's the lowest exponent? That is just 1. So that's r only. And then this will become 1 plus, that is r. So that will be your answer now. Alright. What about number 4? What's common? Start with the number first, alright? Start with the number. So 50, negative 50, negative 30, negative 10. So again, that's very straightforward. It's negative 10. And then look at the variable. We have n, n, n. And then, what's the lowest degree? That is just 1. So we'll do negative 10n. And then, this will become what? This will become 5, uh, 5n squared. And then, this is negative divided by negative. That will become positive. 3n. And then, this will become what? This is just plus 1. So, our answer will be negative 10n times the quantity of 5n squared plus 3n plus 1. That is again for number 4. Alright, so again, that's very straightforward. Let's have number 5. Alright, number 5 is a bit long. We have now 2 variables. So again, para hindi masyadong confusing, again, I am suggesting let's start with the numbers first. So look at the number. Look at the number. Ano yung common natin sa number? We have 54, 45, 36, and 45. Ano yung common? Look at the numbers first para hindi siya masyadong nakakalito. Alright, we have 9. Very good. So we have 9. So we have 9. Then look at the variables. We have m, n, tapos m, n, m, m. So ano yung common sa kanilang lahat? We will only take, ano yung common in terms of the variables now? Sa variables, the only thing that is common is what? We will only take, right, we will only take m, right? M lang yung common sa kanila. M, m, m. So, right, m. And then, what is the lowest exponent of m? Ano yung pinakamababang exponent ng m? We have 4, we have 3, we have 4, we have 3. So, the lowest power is 3. So, we will do m cubed. And then, start our factoring. So, we have 54m exponent 4 times n exponent 5 divided by 9m cubed. That should give us what? 54 divided by 9 is 6, right? 6. And then, m cubed, m to the 4th divided by m cubed, that is just m. And just copy our n to the 5th power minus, this is 45 divided by 9, that is just 5. And then we have cancel out m cubed. What will remain is n cubed minus 36 divided by 9, that is just 4. 4, and then we have m minus, again, this is now 45m cubed divided by 9m cubed, that is just minus 5. So that will be our answer. Alright, I love this lesson. Alright. So again, thank you so much sa mga nagpa-follow and nag-share ng ating live. Again, you can also see me or visit me at Facebook and YouTube. And again, the full recording of this lesson will be uploaded sa ating Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So let's have number 6. Again, start with the numbers first. We have 6, negative 3, 10, negative 6. What is common among these numbers? Negative 6, 6, negative 3, 10, and 6. Ano yung common sa kanilang? 4. Do we have a common in terms of the number? Meron bang common sa 6, 3, 10, and 6? Walang common, right? So basically, we are going to skip with the numbers, focus on the variables. So we have xy, xy, xy. So we will write xy. But in terms of x, what is the lowest exponent? We have 4, 2, 3, 2. Ano? 4, 2, 3, 1. So that is again, we will write x and then y. What is the lowest exponent of y? We have 5, 3, 2, 2. So the lowest exponent is 2. So that will be our common factor. So what will happen now? We have 64x, 6x to the fourth, y to the fifth. When divided by xy cube, that will give us what? 6. And then x minus 1, so that is cube. And then y minus 5, that should minus 2, that should be cube as well. Minus, we have 3. And then we have 2 minus 1, that's x only. And then cube, y cube, and then y squared. We will get y minus 10. And then we have x cubed, and then we have x, so we have x squared. And then cancel out y squared, minus 6, cancel out x, and then y. So that will be our factors. Alright? So again, thank you so much sa mga nagpa-follow. Alright, do we have any questions so far? We are done with numbers 1, 2, 3, and 6. Do we have any questions so far or clarifications by far? Before we proceed with number 7. Alright, so I think wala namang questions, right? So let's have number 7. Alright, so again, start with the number negative 16, 12, and 20. What's common? Alright, thank you, Michael. That's 4. So there's 4. And then, in terms of the variable, ano yung common? Meron tayong xy, xy, x. So ano yung common? We only have x. Alright? And then the lowest degree is 1. So we have x. And then we'll start factoring. Negative 16, x cubed, x to the fourth. When we factor out 4x, that should give us negative 4. And then we have x squared. And then y to the fourth power. Plus 12 divided by 4, that's 3. And then we have x squared. And then x, we have x only. And then copy the y. That should be x cubed plus 5. Alright, that would be our factor. So that will be again our answer for number 7. Let's have number 8. What is the common factor? Again, start with a number so that it will not be that complicated. So we have negative 24 and negative 18. What's the common factor? Alright. So we will do negative 24, negative 18. What's the common factor? We cannot do 9 because 24 is not divisible by 9. Alright. So we cannot do 9. Alright. 6. But what is the sign? 4. 18 is not divisible by 4. So the answer should be 6. But again, look at the sign. What should be our sign? We have negative 24, negative 18. So that should give us negative 6. Good. We have negative 6. And then look at the variable. We have x, y, x, y. And then x, what's the lowest exponent? We have squared or 2. And then y, the lowest exponent, that is just y or 1. So that will be our common factor. The common factor again is negative 6x squared y. So let's start. Let's proceed. So this negative 24x to the fourth y divided by negative 6 squared y. What will happen? We have 4 and then x squared. Alright, that's it. 4x squared plus This is now 3. So that will be our answer. Should the factor number be negative if all the... Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Kasi it's common. Alright? It's common. Common factor. Alright. So again, that will be for number 8. Let's do number 9 and then 10. Alright, number 9. Let's do number 9. Alright, so again, start with the number first. What is common? 10 and then negative 6. Alright, thank you so much. Alright, what is common? 10, negative 6. That should give us what? Alright, that should give us 2. Again, start with the number first para hindi siya nakakalito. And then we are going to do the variables. We have x, y, z, and then the other side we have x. So the common is only x. So we have 2x as our common factor. And then once we factor out 2x, we will get 5 y, z, and then we have minus 3. So this will be now our factor for 10xyz minus 6x. What about number 10? Again, start with the number first para hindi siya nakakalito masyado. Alright? So, 10 we have 42, negative 42, negative 7. So, what is common among these numbers? Alright, 7. So, let's do 7. And then look at the variables now. We have zy, zx, and then we have z. So, ano yung common? We only have z. Alright, easy stuff. Alright. Alright, so that's it. And then we factor out 42 divided by 7, that is just 6. And then z to the 4th minus 1, that it will become z. We have z cube. But again, let's try to arrange this. This should be x, y, z. So let's start with y first. So we have y, z cube. And then minus, this is 6. And then cancel out z. So we have 6x squared minus 1. So that will be our answer. Alright. So again, that will be our answer for number 10. Alright, let's do number 11. Alright. Look at number 11. So if you're going to look at number 11 and number 12, ang daming nangyari dyan. Alright? So again, yung sinasabi ko, always start with a number para hindi siya masyadong nakakalito. So look at the number. Oh wait, someone is calling. So again, look at the number. So what is common? 3, 21, negative 21, and 3. What is the common in terms of the numbers first? Alright, so again we have 3, right? So we will write 3. And then look at the letters or the variables. We have h, j, k, h, j, k, h, j, k, h, j, k. So all of the letters h, j, k are common. So let's try to write h first. And look at the lowest exponent of h. Lowest exponent of h, that is just, we have 6, 6, 5, 5. So we will write h to the 5th power. And then we have j. Lowest exponent of j, we have 5, 2, 2, 2. So we will write 2. So we have j squared, and then lastly our k. Lowest exponent of k is 1. So we will write k. And then we'll start factoring. Alright, so we'll start factoring. So this 3 will be cancelled out. We have 6 and then 5, so we will get h only. And then j, we have 5 and then 2, so that is j cube. And then k will be cancelled out. And then plus, this is 7. 7. Alright, that is 7. And h, 6 and then 5, so we will have 1 h remaining. And then j is cancelled. K, we have 4 and then 1, so that is k cube. And then we have 21, so that is 7. And then we have h, 5 cancelled, j squared cancelled, k squared, and then k, we have k remaining, and then plus 1. So that will be our answer again for number 11. Let's do number 12. What is common in terms of the numbers for number 12? We have negative 36, negative 45, 54, and negative 81. So what is common? So the common is what? Negative 36, negative 45, 54, and 81. The common factor should be 9. Alright, 9. And then look at the variables. We have x, z, x, z, x, y, and then x. So we have x only. And then what is the lowest degree of x? We have 2, 3, 2, 2. So we will write squared. And then we factor out things. What is negative 36? X squared, z squared. That should give us this will give us negative 6 and negative 4. And then x will be cancelled out. What will remain is z squared. And then minus 45 divided by 9, that's 5. And then x cubed divided by x squared, that is just x. And then copy z plus 54 divided by 9, that is 6. Cancelled out x squared, and then copy y. And then minus 81 divided by 9, that's 9. And then cancelled out x squared, so that will be our factor. Alright, so that is number 12. So far, itong numbers na to ang may pinakamahabang solutions or answer. Alright? Let's do 13 and 14. And then we'll have 16. And then after 16, we will do sum and difference of cubes. So let's do 13 first. Alright, so I think by now, you can now easily identify the common factor, alright? Without relying much on number first and then variable. So, try to look at number 13. What is our common factor? So, 3 is for the number, alright? What about the variable? Alright, good. We have 3x. Alright, 3x. And then, negative 9x squared divided by 3x. That should give us negative 3x plus, this is 2. So that will be our answer. Alright. Now, number 14. Kindly give me the common factor. Alright? The common factor. What is the common factor? That is for the number. What about the variables? 16 is not divisible by 6. So 2 is correct for the number. What about the variables? X, Z. What about the exponent? XZ lang ba? Again, alright. Kindly give me again the common factor. 6XZ is not correct. So we will do 2XZ is not correct. 2XZ again is not correct. Ano yung ating common factor? 2xz squared, hindi rin siya correct. Ano dapat yung ating factor? What is the lowest exponent of z? (2xy). Y is not common. Y is not common, right? Walang y dito, walang y dito, walang y dyan. Hindi ako makapag-comment. Alright. So again, the common factor is 2x, tama yon, z, but again, the exponent of z is 5. Alright? Alright, that is correct. Good. Alright, that is correct. So, we factor out that 2x z to the 5th power. What will remain? 16 divided by 2, that is just 8. And then x squared divided by x, that is just x. And then, z to the 5th power is cancelled. We will get y squared minus 6 divided by 2, that is 3. And then x is cancelled, z to the 5th is cancelled, so that will be our final answer now. Alright, that will be our final answer. Alright, let's do 15. What is the common factor? Give me the common factor. One. In terms of the number, walang common factor yung negative 3 and 7, right? Alright. Y? Y ba yan? Wala namang y dyan. That's V. Alright. In terms of the letter, that's V. But again, what is the exponent? 2V to the 4th? 2 is not common sa negative 3 and 7. Right? So again, the common here is V. The lowest exponent is 4. So that will be our common factor. Yes. V to the 4th lang. Factor out lang natin yung V exponent 4. Ganun lang gagawin natin. Alright? So, once we factor out V exponent 4, anong naiwan? Dito. Anong naiwan dito? We are left with negative 3. Alright? Then sa kabila, we have plus 7. And then, V exponent 6 divided by V exponent 4, that is just 4 squared. So that will be now our answer. So we have V exponent 4 times the quantity of negative 3 plus 7V squared. Alright. Let's have number 16, the last of this kind, and then we'll do sum and difference of cube. Alright, that is correct. That is actually correct. Alright. So our factor is 4x cubed y. Very good. Alright, that will be our factor, 4x cubed y. Okay, so once we factor out 4x cubed y, what will remain? So we have negative 36 divided by 4, that is negative 9. And then x to the 5th power divided by x cubed, that is x squared. Basic math, yes. Alright. And then we have y is cancelled. We are left with z. And then plus 8 divided by 4, that is 2. And then x cubed is cancelled. Y is cancelled. We are left with z plus 16 divided by 4, that is 4. X cubed is cancelled. Y is cancelled. So that will be our answer. Alright. So that will be again our answer. Alright. So let's do the next part. So factoring sum and difference of cube this time. So for instance, you are given this 864m cube plus 500. So how are we going to factor this one? Alright, how do we factor this one? Anong gagawin natin when we factor out this number? Alright, so again, how do we factor this one out? See, Levi, do you have any idea, Levi? How do we factor this one out? Alright, now, what we're going to do is we'll try to find first the factors of 864 and then 500. We'll try. We can do 2. Alright, we can actually do 2. Alright, so we can do 2. So 864 divided by 2, that gives us 432. Alright. Sige, so again, 432. And then, 500 divided by 2, that's 350, right? Let me just do that again. So, you have 432, and then, 250, alright? But, if you're going to look at the numbers here, we can actually divide everything by 2 still, right? So, we will do 432 divided by 2. We will now have 216. And then 215 divided by 2. 250 divided by 2, that is just 125, right? That's 125. Alright, that's 125. Now, so basically, we can do it this way. Let me just erase this. So we can actually factor out 4 first, alright? So we'll do, if we factor out 4, we know that this is now, what was the number again? I forgot. That's 216. So we have 216 m cubed plus 125. Alright? So is this our final answer now? Is this our final answer now? The answer should be no, alright? We are not yet done. Why? If we're going to look at 216, 216 is actually a cube number, alright? Let's do a cube root of 216. Actually, that gives us 6, alright? And 125 is actually a cube number as well. That should give us 5, right? So, now, when you are dealing with sum of two cubes, alright, sum of two cubes, what you are going to do is this, alright? So, let me just write it here. When you are dealing with sum of cube, can I use black, orange, I think will do. So, when you're dealing with sum of cube numbers, example, you have x cube plus y cube. The factor of this one is this. We have x plus y times x squared and then minus xy plus y cube. So again, the factor of a sum of two cubes is this one. So if you're going to look at this given, we know that if you're going to set this one as our x, and this will be our y cube, and then this is our x cube. All right. So what we are going to do now is this. So using this rule or property, we will do 4, all right, times. What is the cube root of our x, all right? Because again, we are just asked to find the cube root of x cube, which is x. But this time, what is the cube root of 216m cube? The cube root is just, the cube root of 216 is 6. And then the cube root of m, that is just m. So meaning to say, that will be our xm plus, what is the cube root of 125? The cube root of 125 is, we know that one earlier, that is just 5, right? That is 5. And then, using this pattern, this is our pattern, we're done with that, we'll do this, alright? So we'll do that. So, again, in this example, this serves as our x, this serves as our y. Alright? Now, let's try to continue. What is x squared or 6m squared? That will just give you 36m squared. And then, copy the sign, minus, multiply this to 6m times 5. That gives you 30m. And then, y squared, this is 5 squared plus 25. So, therefore, our factor will be this, 4 times the quantity of 6m plus 5 times the quantity of 36m squared minus 30 plus 25. So, that will be again our factors. Alright? Let's do number 2. Alright, number 2. What will happen here? Let's try to factor out 32 and 500 first. Alright, let's try to do that one first. So, we can actually factor out what? If we do 2, we will get 16 and then 250. This 2 is still factorable by 2. So, this is now 8 and 125. And again, we have this number, 125. We know that this is 5 cubed and 8. 8 is a cube number, right? This is just what? 2 cubed. So, we can actually do it this way. So, we have 4. And then we have 8 plus 125 x cubed. And then we factor out 8 plus 125 x cubed. So, we'll do 4. Cube root of 8 is 2 plus cube root of 125 x cubed, that is just 5x. Alright, times. 2 squared, that is just 4, and then minus, again minus 2 times 5x, that is just 10x, and square of 5x, that is just plus 25x squared. So that will be now our factors. Alright, so before we proceed with number 3, do we have questions or clarifications? Mga katanungan muna before I proceed with number 3 and 4. Do you have questions about this? Again, before we proceed, baka meron tayong katanungan. No questions before we proceed? Alright, I think walang tanong. So, let's try to proceed with number 3 and 4 this time. So, number 3. We have 256u cubed plus 108. So, again, the same thing as we did earlier. We are going to divide, we are going to factor out the numbers first. So, what is the greatest common factor of 256 and 108? So, how are we going to do that? So, 2, if we are going to divide it by 2, let's try. 256 divided by 2, that gives us what? 128. Alright? That gives us 128. But 108 divided by 2, that's 54. So 54 and 128, that is still divisible by 2. So let's try to do that. 128 divided by 2, that's 64. And then the other one, 54 divided by 2, that's 27. No, that's 27, right? This is 27. So, meaning to say, we can actually factor out 4. So, we'll do that. We'll factor out 4. And then this is, again, how much was that? 256 divided by 4. That's 64. Alright. This will become 64 u cubed plus this is now 27. Alright. So again, the same thing earlier. What we are going to do is factor out. So we have 4. Cube root of 64 is 4. So we have 4 u plus cube root of 27 is 3 times 4u squared, that is 16u squared, and then the minus the product of this two, 4u times 3, that gives you 12u, and then 3 squared is just 9. So that will be again our factor for number 3. Let's do number 4. So number 4, divisible by 2. So we'll do divided by 2. This is now 64 plus x cubed. And again, we factor out. We have 2. Cube root of 64 is 4. Cube root of x is x. And then 4 squared is 16. 4 times x, 4x. So we have minus 4x. And then x squared is just x squared. So we have plus x squared. And that will be again our answer for number 4. Alright. Do we have questions so far or wala? Alright. Alright, so let's do number 5 then. So number 5, if you're going to look at number 5, this is now again difference. Yes, ito yung formula. Ito, this one. When sum of squares, sum of cube. Ito, right? The factors of x cubed plus y cubed. This is just x plus y times x cubed minus xy plus y cubed. Hindi siya derivative. This is again just factoring, right? This is just a simple factoring. If you want derivative, again, I posted a lot of exercises sa aking bio. Kindly check on that. Alright. So, let's see. Number 5. Number 5 is now minus, right? We have minus. But, again, we'll try to factor out first. What is common? 16 and 54. We can actually have 2, right? We'll do 2. Then we will get 8x cubed minus 27. And again, if we are going to look at 4, I think hindi siya 4, right? 54 is not divisible by 4. Alright? Hindi siya divisible by 4. So again, we have here 8x cubed. Look at this. We have this 8x cubed minus 27. If you're going to look at this one, this is actually what? This is actually the difference of cubes. Alright? Difference ng dalawang cube. Alright? Now, how do we factor out difference of two cubes? What we are going to do is simply this. Alright? So if you have x cubed minus y cubed, this is just equal to y, x minus y, and then times x squared plus xy plus y squared. Alright, so again, that will be the factors of x cubed minus y cubed. So let's try to do that. Number 5. So again, we know that this is 2. Alright, so what is the cube root of 8x cubed? This is just what? This is just 2x. Alright, 2x minus cube root of 27, that is just 3. Alright, that is 3. And then, again, we have x minus y. And then we'll do, wait, just plug in the charger. And then we'll do x squared, which is, again, we have 2x. So 2x squared is what? We will just have 4x squared. And then we have plus 2x times 3, that is just 6x. So we have 6x. And then we have y squared. We will get now 9 plus 9. So that will be again our answer for number 5. Let's do number 6. Alright, number 6. What's the greatest common factor? 108 and 500. That is just 4. Alright, let's do 4. 4, and this will give us 27, right? That's 27. And then u cube minus 125. So again, this is now difference of two cubes. So what we're going to do now is this. So we have 4 cube root of 227 u cube, that is just 3u, minus cube root of 125, that is just 5, and then 3u squared, that is just 9u squared, plus the product of 3u and 5, that is just 15u, and then 5 squared, that is just 25. So that will be again our final answer for number 6, of course. And then we'll do number 7 and then number 8. Alright, so we'll do number 7 and number 8, our last two items. Again, the full recording will be posted in our Facebook page and YouTube channel. So if you want to have a review on this, kindly visit our socials. So let's do 54. Number 7. So what is common? Greatest common factor of 54 and 250. 2 will 2. This is not divisible by 3. This is not divisible by 3. If, alright. Hindi siya 3, so hindi siya 6, 9. So we have 2. So factor out 2. This will become 27 minus 125. This is 125 u cube. Alright. And then we're gonna do the difference of cubes this time. Alright, so we will now do 27 cube, that is just 3, minus 125 cube, that is just 5, and then cube of u, cube root of u cube, that is just u, and then times 3 squared is just 9, plus 3 times 5u, that is just 15u, plus square of 5u, that is just 25u squared. Alright, so this will be again our factors for number 7. Alright, we're down with number 8, our last item. So again, what is common, I think from this, we can actually, we would like to try 3. Derecho, kasi that's the only constant we have. So is 648 divided by divisible by 3? 6 plus 4 plus 8, that is 18, right? So since 18 is divisible by 3, meaning to say 648 is divisible by 3. So what is 648 divided by 3? Alright, that gives us 216. So 3 and then 216 minus x cubed. Alright, x cubed. And then we'll do again the difference of cube. So cube root of 216, that is just 6, minus cube root of x cubed, that is just x, and then times square of 6, 36, plus 6 times x, that is just 6x, and then square of x is x squared. Alright, so again, this will be now our final answer for the exercises we have. So again, I will just upload this one in our classroom. So if you want to have a copy of the material, please do join our Google Classroom. So that will be all again for this discussion. If you have questions or clarifications, feel free to comment them in the comment section, no? If meron. If wala, that will be all for this afternoon, and then I will be ending the live now. Alright, so again, the full recording of this one will be available on our Facebook page. Samsung Tab po ba gamit mo, sir? Actually, hindi. Alright? Hindi siya Samsung Tab. Alright? Ano siya? XP Pen. Nasa shop, no? Sa TikTok. I don't know if makikita yan sa TikTok na account ko. I actually attached the link to this one. If you want to see, nandun yan sa akin TikTok. Alright. So again, if you have questions, let me know before we end this live session. Alright? Kung merong mga katanungan, let me know. So at 4:50, if walang questions, I will end the live. And then again, I will upload the video recording sa YouTube and Facebook page natin. Alright. Again, this is factoring grade 8 and a grade 8 lesson. Grade 8 lesson. By the way, before I forgot, aside from sum and difference of two cubes, parang wala akong example on that, right? We actually have as well a difference of two squares. So example, let me just use yellow for that. Example, meron kang x, hindi klaro yung yellow. Let's do black instead. Alright. Example, meron kang x squared minus y squared. Alright. The factors of this one is what? It's just x plus y and then x minus y. Ito yung factor niya. So just in case you encounter problems like this, ito yung factors niya. Alright? Anong topic ba? Anong topic? CSC. Ano ba mostly topic nandyan? Kasi I am not kasi engineering student, ah. Kaya I'm not really familiar with the content of the engineering na mga lessons, right? I am a math major, education, secondary. Civil service. Um, wala kasi akong guide o wala akong curriculum, ano ba ang tawag doon? Wala akong sub ng idea ano yung nasa civil service kasi hindi ako nag-take ng civil service. Hindi na ako required kasi I have a license na. Meron na akong license sa PRC so hindi na ako required no to take civil service. So wala akong idea ano bang mga exam sa civil service. Pero if you want no, you can actually send me a ano bang tawag diyan? Lesson and then we'll try to discuss that one if you badly need a discussion on that. Just give me a topic, discuss natin. Alright, so again, at exactly 4:50, we'll end the live. If wala nang mga concerns and questions. Again, ito yung ating mga socials, alright? Ito yung ating Facebook page. Alright, and then ito yung ating YouTube account, channel. Right, ito. And then, ito yung ating Google Classroom na sinasabi ko. So again, if you want to have an access sa mga materials na gagawin ko, ginagamit ko actually, I will upload everything here. So by far, no, marami tayong upload sa calculus because last month ito yung ating focus. And then I have few sa grade 10, and then grade 9, grade 8. So ang grade 8, this material will be again uploaded dyan kasi this is intended again for grade 8. Grade 8 na mga estudyante. Alright, so again, if you want to have an access on that, kindly join our classroom. Alright, how to join the classroom? Kindly visit my Facebook page, nandun yung instruction how to join or how to have an access sa ating Google Classroom. Alright, so I think that will be all for this afternoon. See you sa ating next na live sessions. Bye-bye.